This is the topmost manifestation of Shiva. It is very confidential. Now we come to the next level of Lord Shiva. He is called Shambhu. You have heard of Shambhu. Who is this Shambhu? The Vedas and Tantra Shastra have described that the great Vishnu, Mahavishnu, he lies in Yoga Nidra, in the Karanadakashay, means he's lying in the ocean of causation. And there he's in Yoga Nidra, yogic sleep, and he lies in the ocean of causation. And when he wants to create the universes, then he glances towards Maya, the material energy, and from the pores of his skin, in each pore of his skin, manifests a tiny bubble, and it expands and becomes a universe. So we are now in one universe. We think, oh, this is really big. But this is only one of millions of universes that are floating in the pores of the skin of the Mahavishnu, the great Vishnu. So, when Mahavishnu glances towards Maya, out from his eyes come all the Atmas, the individual Jiva souls, and they enter into the material world through his glance. And the halo of his glance is called Shambhu, the Kal Purush. This manifestation of Lord Shiva is time himself. And Lord Shiva, the Kal Purush, time himself, unites in intercourse with Shakti, Durga, the material energy. And from their union is manifest the physical world. All the elements, mind, intelligence, ego, earth, water, fire, air and ether. So this aspect of Lord Shiva, Mahadev, he is called Shambhu, and he is time. And he is the energy that causes the manifestation of this world. This world, everything is within time. Everything is always changing and disappearing by the influence of Lord Shiva. Now, the Atmas, the Jivas, we are by nature pure. The soul is transcendental and pure. How can it become involved in this physical world? The spirit is categorically different from matter, but we find ourselves here, kind of confined to the dimensions of this physical body, undergoing birth, and we grow, and gradually we become old, and then death, and then birth again. How is it that the very beautiful and unique transcendental Atma, the soul, has become involved in the sham and drudgery of this material world? How? It's described in Tantra Shastra that if the soul is apathetic in service to its source, in service to God, then at once Shambhu enters into the sattva, into the existence of the soul, and mixes with the Atma. Now, Lord Shiva, he has a Shakti, and his Shakti is Durga, the mother of the physical world, mother of the physical energy. So Lord Shiva, Mahadev, he is the legitimate enjoyer of his Shakti, the material energy. That's who he is. It's his Shakti. He's a legitimate enjoyer of his Shakti. This is true. But what happens when an Atma who is pure is indifferent to the service of God? Then Shambhu Shiva enters into the sattva of the Jiva, into his existence, and now the Jiva takes on the bhav, or the mood of Mahadev, and feels as if the material energy, he is the rightful and legitimate enjoyer of the physical energy of this world. And therefore, Shambhu is called the Mool Ahankar Tattva, the root of the material ego. The root of the material ego. Because we in this world, we feel ourselves, oh, the world is your oyster. It is yours to enjoy and take and exploit and do what you like with the world. So everyone has a strong enjoying spirit because of the presence of Shambhu in the Satta, in the Atma. He's there. He is the legitimate enjoyer of the material energy. But when we take on this mood, what happens? Every time we try to enjoy, people try to enjoy the world, they get a reaction, karmic reaction of suffering. Because the Atma is not legitimate enjoyer of this world. We are by constitution the servants of God. And so, the continued material existence and material ego is present by the function of Mahadev. Now, if one tries to transcend this world by any kind of practice, whatever it may be, any kind of pranayama or anything, but Mahadev will not leave. Those who do Tantra Yoga, they raise their consciousness beyond the earth, in the Mool Adar Chakra, beyond water, in the Swadhisthana Chakra, beyond fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence. And in the end, what do they say? Shivoham. I am Shiva. Their last big mistake. And when they think Shivoham, I am Lord Shiva, then again the feeling comes, I am the legitimate enjoyer of the world, and their consciousness comes back down, and again they find themselves here. So what happens? If a person thinks, I am just the insignificant servant of Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord. I am the servant of Vishnu, Krishna, Lord Ram, like this. At once, there and then, Mahadev said, okay, now you understand everything. And he just leaves the Atma. He just leaves. No need of any kind of hard tapasya, austerities, fasting, trance, and all of these things. Only by the strong spirit of devotion, bhakti, Mahadev just leaves. And then that person, even though they appear to be physically still in this world, their soul is free, transcendental, to wander anywhere in the material or spiritual worlds. They are really called the Mukta Mahapurush, liberated souls. Bhakti is so extremely effective. So this is the second manifestation. First Sadashiv, then Shambhu, last is called Rudra. Rudra. Have you heard Rudra? Also a name for Shiva. So, Rudra is an expansion of Shambhu. On a low level, there are 11 Rudras. So let me see. Their names are Ajaikapat, Abhibadna, Virupaksha, Raivatahara, Bahurupa, Devashasta, Trayambaka, Savitra, Jayanta, Pinaka, and Aparajita. So the 11 Rudras, their service is the dance of destruction. When it is, just as the seasons come and go, so the universe is created and destroyed, and then created and destroyed, and created and destroyed eternally, in cycles of creation and destruction. So when it's time for the universe to be dissolved and all the elements to implode into their subtle causes, then who will make it happen? 11 Rudras manifest and begin to do their Tandava Nritya, the cosmic dance of destruction. So you have seen the statues of Lord Shiva dancing like this, in this pose. Nataraj, yes. And playing the Damaru. And Lord Shiva in 11 forms, 11 Rudras, begins his dance. And this dance is such a very powerful dance that all the elements of the universe implode and enter into their subtle causes, and the whole universe disappears. So they are called Rudras. Now, the Vedas say that if one will perform one's karma and dharma, worldly duties, very perfectly and very responsibly, for hundreds of lifetimes, then one may pray for the benediction to become a Rudra. And the soul will enter into the body of one of the 11 Rudras, and you can have an experience of what it's like to do a big dance and people like this. Like these rock bands like the Who and everything, they get all their guitars and smash them and destroy everything. So you can find out what it's like to have a big dance and just smash everything in the universe. And become a Rudra. So anyway, each to his own. So first we have discussed the Shiva Tattva.